Hello and welcome to Alton Towers. I'm here for my last theme park visit of the season for the fireworks event. It started yesterday. I can't wait. I really can't wait for this. It's going to be a busy one, but I'm getting off some of my favourite rides in the UK, including the Smiler, Curse at Alton Manor, and Subterror, which has just reopened. Back in May, but I still haven't done it yet. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm hoping to get a night ride on Wickerman as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. Just in the entrance in front of the beautiful Towers ruins. Gonna head straight down to Curse at Alton Manor, get one or two rides on that, and then hopefully Nemesis Subterror if it opens. But I really can't wait for this one. It's gonna be an incredible atmosphere.
Depends how the weather is. If it stops raining, maybe we'll try one.
In 1991, Mr. and Mrs. Alton held a party to celebrate the turning of a new year.
So you get to see the whole process.
However, on the final chime of midnight, the manor appeared to be struck by a storm of supernatural proportions. All known occupants of the house perished. That is, aside from the owner's only child, Emily.
Father, please may I go to the party?
No, you will not. Now get you, you wretched little creature.
On the 31st of December, phones and cameras is strictly forbidden in
Station. That's the remastered sound. I like that new smoke. Just experienced the Smiler. That was running incredibly. I know that I said as a better monkey inversion coaster, I did prefer Sick at Flamingo Land, but I think this is actually running better, surprisingly. Like, it can be a bit hit or miss, but that was incredible. Like, that was something else. The force on it was really good. The speed on it you really feel. The second airtime hill I got some great airtime on. That's my favourite airtime hill that I've experienced. And it wasn't rough at any point. Vertical lift still never fails to be intense as you're going up there. Still the walk world record with 14 inversions. When I was heading straight at the station, I just knew, like, I'm back into getting coasters again today, because the only ride I've done is I've just done lapped Curse at Alton Manor twice, and also Nemesis Subterror's reopened, so I'll get on there later. That's another great dark ride that I haven't experienced yet. But no, that didn't disappoint that, and I did single rider, so it wasn't too long of a queue either. Just come off of 3 rides in here in the X sector themed area. I've just come off of Oblivion. Like, that never fails. It's so smooth, so enjoyable. That hold at the top of the drop, it gets me every time. And even after experiencing a mumbo jumbo at the beginning of the week, it's that hold that builds up the anticipation. I absolutely love it. And this was closed, according to one of the staff member in the end of the queue. It's been closed for a week, and it was closed. I checked the website, and it was closed yesterday. Thought I'm not going to get on it, but always going to be iconic this. But I'm so glad I've gone on it because it's it's my favourite B&M at the park. Of course, I went over to the Nemesis construction earlier. Yeah, I mean, I am missing Nemesis, but as it stands at the moment, this is definitely worthy of the best B&M at the park while that's closed. I've also experienced the 2 Retro Squad rides in the area, Spin Jam and Twistertron. Spin Jam was running a very long cycle. There was quite a bit of hang time on it because it was doing quite a slow motion, and then it really sped up at the end and you get the real force as you're coming in. That's my favourite of flat ride at this park. I am going to miss it as much as these Retro Squad rides is not fitting with the theme. Even now I feel like it's time for these to go because tomorrow's the last day. However, I still enjoy Spin Jam, and I wouldn't mind seeing a permanent replacement of that with that kind of ride, the Tivoli Extreme. And then I've done Twistertron, which is the new one for this year, and of course again it's not going to be here for any longer really. It goes quite steep, that, and you start off on the flat and then it rises up and it goes quite steep and you get a bit of hang time. It's pretty good, that. I don't mind it. I don't think it's uncomfortable. And again, I wouldn't mind seeing a permanent replacement of that. My SBFVs are like the one at Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach, reverse time, because I feel like they could do one themed in, or a Zamperla Nebulas like at Drayton Manor with Loki. I do feel like there's a bit of a flat ride problem. I don't mind these. The announcements on Twistertron were like, yeah, the funfair announcements, not great really. I mean, Spin Jam, they play like sped up music. But yeah, Twistertron, it's got the worst, and it's like, it does feel like you're at a funfair. They need to go. I think the actual rides themselves don't look that bad in my opinion, because it does fit in with the sort of Smiler theme, I guess, with the both sort of spinning flat rides. But I do think that, you know, they haven't really they didn't really have long left, especially after the feedback, 2 next to each other. The music doesn't clash as much as I thought it would, but yeah, but honestly, like, both the Smiler and Oblivion are 2 world-class coasters. You've got 2 funfair rides at the base of the area. I don't mind them as much as other people, but I do think it's time for them to go and hopefully be replaced with permanent flat rides. But Smiler was running really intense. It really felt like a proper world-class coaster, and of course Oblivion never fails to be intense. Just experienced Nemesis Subterror for the first time. That is probably the most intense dark ride experience. It's really good fun, but I feel like if you don't like sort of jump scares or sudden sort of movements, as I'll get on to, it's not a good thing for you to do. Now, I love it, you know, I love, but it's very intense though. Of course, if you don't want spoilers, because, you know, I kind of knew about this, but just skip to, I'll probably put a time stamp in the description. However, I'm loving the new entrance, like that lit up now with the egg and the veins wrapping around it, a lot like the new Nemesis track, the black and red. Stunning. It's embossed signs. Oh, you can't. But they've repainted all the facade. I remember taking a picture of this back with the original tank was there at the beginning of the year when I came in April, and we knew it was coming back at some point. I've been speculating for a very long time, and I've been really looking forward to it. I mean, I can't. Where do I start? So you go into. It's quite a long queue. It says half an hour, but I had to queue probably about an hour for it. But you've got the pre-show, which takes ages to start. That's the one bit of feedback. You're just kind of awkwardly standing there for a while, and then the pre-show starts and you see like the caves. It's a lot of the same stuff as you see in the queue line videos really, but it's, you know, kind of like the caves where the Nemesis egg was discovered. You see it in the pre-shows in the queue, you know, you've got the Phalanx trucks delivering the Nemesis track, which has been added to it. But then you head into the the lift room. So you go down the lift. There's a bit of vibration in it. You got the lights going up the walls. Pretty good effect. The second lift does feel more immersive, but I'll get onto that. So then you head into a cave which has got some lovely kind of blue lighting on it, and you go into the main core room where the Nemesis egg is being stored. You get onto so this is spoilers really, it's 4 ABC drop towers. I was in group 3, so you get batched into groups of 10 because there's 10 drop towers, 10 seats in the drop towers of the 4, so you can have a throughput with a capacity of 40 people at a time, so that's pretty good actually. The queue moves a lot when it does, and then it sort of stops, and then you have to go in. It's because the pre-show takes so long to start. It's the main thing. But like, I'm so impressed with it. So you go into the drop towers, you watch a little screen. It's got like sort of red and yellow and black warning tape kind of thing on it, the Phalanx logo, and then you've got the Nemesis egg. It's got these big lights looking down upon it, and then the lights switch on and all smoke starts coming up, and you hear the audio being like, everything is perfectly safe, but I don't think it is, and then the lights turn off and the egg hatches, and I actually know how this effect's done because I've seen videos on it. It actually just flips over on the little platform, but it's still a fantastic effect. And of course then the egg's hatched, you drop down on the drop towers, the lights go off and you drop down. Not very tall, but you get some good airtime on them, I could say that. And the lap bars, I mean, for me it's not that restrictive, but it's because I'm quite small really, because people said, they're quite restrictive, like the staff at the beginning, because the staff are Phalanx operatives at the start, and then you actually get the full on as they put the restraints down. It's very immersive. It just feels quite, as you're going into the viewing area, and then you drop down, you can see the cave with the eggs in, and then you get these effects with the actual ride vehicle itself, and you get like leg ticklers, which is a pretty good effect. But the back prodders, I've never known back prodders like it. They're so sharp, like it's really full on, and you happens a couple of times and it's such a good jump scare because they're so sharp. You rise back up, like the sort of safety system kicking in, you rise back up, the Phalanx come in and say you need to get off, you need to get in, like really, then they start being really full on. You go into the lift and you start rising up, and then all of the light, and then the ceiling caves in and all the lights shut off, and the lights come back on, all the walls have collapsed. In there the ceiling's like all caved in from when the Nemesis creature attacked Nemesis's offspring, I suppose, with it being, the nest of the eggs underground. And then you kind of go through, there's like cages, and there's a Phalanx operative there who jump scared me, like really did. And then you got like the decontamination room, and then you go into this shipping container at the end, and there's a lot of white walls. It's quite clinical. You got this like infrared kind of heat map of the guests walking past being decontaminated, and then you leave, and it's a really full-on immersive experience. It is a flat ride, it is a flat ride. It has more capacity, but honestly, I absolutely love it. I'm really glad, because obviously this it opened originally in 2012, it closed in 2015. It's it's been closed for a while. I'm so glad I've been in it because I've always wanted to do it, and I've done speculations for nearly a year now about this reopening. I've finally experienced it, and this is, I suppose, the end of my Subterror journey because I've finally been on it. It is intense. It's a proper thrill ride, and I'm loving the new Phalanx tank that's on. Well, it's been repainted with the new its next group coming out, with the red and black stripes at the bottom of the Phalanx logo, and you got the P-A1X logo, all the stripes down the bottom, and of course the shipping container with the baggage hold where you got the satellite dishes, there's sort of like pipes, all the rock work around this part of Forbidden Valley. It's really made Forbidden Valley alive. With Nemesis being closed, it was always going to be quieter, but this ride has made the area alive again. And also, since it was refurbished, there's these new red flashing lights and the entrance as well, which is like, the scanners at the start. When you go in and you're into the pre-show under the flaps, the new logo looks fantastic lit up, it really does. Oh, I've just had a night ride on Wickerman. That was incredible. Like, I think the main things, it felt like really, I mean, it's already fast paced. It felt like it had warmed up throughout the day. So fast into all of those elements. Got so many moments of airtime on it. And something else is that in the tunnels on like the first drop in the airtime hill, you know, like the drop, it kind of banks down and then it really steepens out. Because it was pitch black in the tunnel, you can almost see the light coming through. Because it's pitch black in those tunnels, you just didn't know when the drop was coming. It's like any minute now, and because I was near the back, I was on row 9, I just felt the airtime and you just get pulled down that drop into the first drop, and it's incredible. It looks incredible. I mean, look at the lighting package on it with the flame effects. Like, yeah, I'm really, this is my priority to get on at night. Roaring round. This is my priority to get on at night. It's not too long till the fireworks start now. At 7, the park closes at 9. But yeah, like that was I had to wait about an hour for it, but that was worth it. Like, it's so much more intense because it's faster paced. The tunnels are pitch black. Like, yeah, incredible. I love that sound effect. I don't know what it was about it. I mean, it just felt more well done. Oh, I've just had a night ride on Wickerman. That was incredible. Like, I think the main things, it felt like really, I mean, it's already fast paced. It felt like it had warmed up throughout the day. So fast into all of those elements. Got so many moments of airtime on it. And something else is that in the tunnels on like the first drop in the airtime hill, you know, like the drop, it kind of banks down and then it really steepens out. Because it was pitch black in the tunnel, you can almost see the light coming through. Because it's pitch black in those tunnels, you just didn't know when the drop was coming. It's like any minute now, and because I was near the back, I was on row 9, I just felt the airtime and you just get pulled down that drop into the first drop, and it's incredible. It looks incredible. I mean, look at the lighting package on it with the flame effects. Like, yeah, I'm really, this is my priority to get on at night. Roaring round. This is my priority to get on at night. It's not too long till the fireworks start now. At 7, the park closes at 9. But yeah, like that was I had to wait about an hour for it, but that was worth it. Like, it's so much more intense because it's faster paced. The tunnels are pitch black. Like, yeah, incredible. I love that sound effect.
From the day that Alton Towers was created, it has been telling stories for all who venture to this enchanted land. Stories of malevolent trees reclaiming the forest, beasts singing to the stars, and roaring fire. And tonight, there's the most beautiful story of all time. Only be lived. It is the story of today. The story of you. on a day set to become extraordinary. You journey towards a place like no other, then escape into a world larger than life.
secrets to the Laughter Laboratory. It's time to receive your daily dose of Ministry of Joy approved happiness. A whizzing, spinning, topsy-turvy, lifting and test drive your mind. Make your senses soar! to adventure.
Explore great new lands.
Laugh with both those new friends.
And conquer the greatest evil.
Which brings us to now. Your happy ending. Your next chapter.
I've just experienced Castle Manor. The facade, and when it's lit up like this, it's something else. This is the best dark ride to go on at night in the UK, I think. Yeah, the queue line with the smoke pumping out, the different coloured lights with all the gravestones, like, it looks stunning in there. I mean, you can just see the entrance, the lighting, and there's a lot of smoke coming out of the queue line. It's sort of really adds to the atmosphere in front of the house. Yeah, every time you go on, obviously you've got the lovely theming in there. Like, it is incredible inside there. It really is. And I did use the door knocker as well to jump scare people. Although every time I use the door knocker, everyone else starts trying to jump scare people with it as well. But I love that ride. I really did. And that effect with Emily on the ride vehicle next to you, that is fantastic. It really is. And you got sort of on a screen in front before that scene. You've got like before she says time to die, and you've got like the portrait of the family with like the lightning bolt. There's all like the nursery door with like all the footprints and handprints going on the wall, and she says like walk the wall. And there's also, I noticed after the big lightning bolt, she sort of cracks the painting in half. There's like another one that follows you into the trommel tunnel, which I really liked. You just notice something different. There's also another demon head, which I noticed going above, and there's like a sort of whole demon animatronic that comes forward, or it looks like it comes forward, but I think because you're moving forward on the ride system, there's like a strobe light and it looks like it's coming forward. I'd never really noticed that before, so that was a really good effect. There's also, in the garden scene, there's plenty of different voodoo dolls and that sort of thing to see in there. And there's like a doll sort of, and there's a sort of doll in there, like, and there's even the doll's house scene. There's just stuff everywhere. There's the bear, there's the old flume duck, like there's so many like doll jump scares. There's also like at the end of the ride before you get back to the station, there's like a sign that says you're free to leave, here's the key, and it's like a mouse trap with a key on top. And of course you've got the clock, and she's like in the window of the doll's house looking out. Yeah, like incredible dark ride. One of the best things Alton Towers has added in my opinion, it's my 4th favourite ride at the whole park, but my 3rd favourite at the moment because of course Nemesis is closed. Yeah, I've just, every time I fall in love with it more. This is my 6th total ride. This is my 3rd ride of the day, but obviously I did it 3 times when I came in April, and I just can't get enough of it. And that wraps up the theme park season for this year, from Alton Towers. I mean, it's been a great season, but the off season is one of the worst times of the year for an enthusiast. It really is. But yeah, I've just had a ride on Curse of Alton Manor. Obviously, as I did my review, it's always incredible. Never disappoints. Yeah, Galactica and Subterror, the queues had closed, so I couldn't do those. So I've had to leave at 8:30 instead of actually staying till park close. But yeah, I haven't done Galactica this year. Like, I did it last year though. But yeah, like it's been a really great visit. A ride I actually didn't end up doing a review for was before I went on Wickerman. I actually did Funk and Fly, the Paratrooper. It was quite a longer cycle on there as well. It was quite snappy, like there was a bit of a jolt on it as it transitioned over. Yeah, it's a really good funfair ride, that, and I mean, it does have some good speed to it, and you just feel the wind in your face. But I think I can see why they're getting rid of the retro squad. They've had a lot of feedback, and for me, I don't think, especially when you're hearing like the 80s music, I think X Sector's the worst, because like Spin Jam plays sped up versions of songs and like the retro squad theme, and then the Twistertron has like the repeating kind of funfair announcement when he's like pressing the button multiple times in a row. But they've got Mellors operators to operate these rides, so they kind of know how to do the announcements. Like, I'm not a big fan of Twistertron's announcements. Funk and Fly, it just plays normal music with no funfair announcements. Like, that's pretty good. Subterror didn't disappoint. The back prodders on there really make it like a full-on experience because they're so sharp. And also, I'm going to put this picture in the vlog. I actually met Sean Evans from Lift Hills and Thrills. You might know his channel, obviously an enthusiast. Just before I went on Wickerman. Yeah, really, really nice. And I you know, just to meet an enthusiast here, it just added to the atmosphere. As much as I haven't got as many rides as I normally would, it's really added a great atmosphere here. Really, really good. You know, it was always gonna, but I think because of the atmosphere, it's made it up for not having, like, I haven't even stepped foot around the back of the park where, like Dark Forest and that World of David Walliams, I haven't even stepped foot in that area today because I've sort of stayed a lot on the left-hand side of the park from the entrance. But yeah, like, it's a great way to wrap up a season, and especially on a ride like Curse of Alton Manor, which was my first ride of the season, and it's also been my last as well. So a great dark ride to wrap up a great season and a great day at Alton Towers. Of course, you know, I have missed Nemesis this year. I was always gonna. I lasted in September last year, so it's been well over a year. But it was great seeing the new track today. It really, really was.